And we're back. We're not on the station yet, but I had to tighten some things up. So, we're still talking about things that you need to know. If you're, driving around, you see the snow coming down in the back, and, make sure that you get that no fault insurance, because we definitely don't want you to be injured, and we don't want you to be injured and not have any insurance. So make sure that you are covered, and that's properly done. But this is going to be an interesting election. And Detroit's only African American. We need to do that. So, like I said, if and we're back. Damn, Mr. Sorry. I'm sorry. What next caller? Hello?
Hello, Vonda.
Hey, how are you?
That's right, I'm back.
Hey, right. What's up, Walter?
All right. Hey, Vonda, you had me laughing there a few minutes ago before the last break. You're like, oh my goodness, I got some Republicans on the line.
I was waiting for you to call. I knew you was gonna call. What's your take on things?
Hilarious.
Thank you. Go ahead, Walter.
Hey, did you know, talking about statistics, polls, where we love to talk about our statistics and polls, sometimes they're accurate, for the most part they're not.
Okay.
But there's been a count on Proposal 3 versus the governorship, Gretchen winning. Do you know that Proposal 3, that hideous, that most abominable proposal that nobody knew all the language in it, do you know it got more votes than some of the Democrats themselves? And more votes than our governor.
Wow.
Yes.
I believe that.
Because they were seduced, brainwashed, bamboozled by the half-truth commercials on Proposal 3. And I got to admit something. The Democrats always have more financial support than Republicans. You know why? Because we have the fake news. Democrats have the, I call them six-figure, seven-figure page liars, talebearers, slanderers, gossipers, the news media. The Democrat Party have the news media to lie for them. They have George Soros and all the big fund.
Yeah, but locally, what was very interesting to me, right, Walter, what was locally was very interesting to me is that both the Detroit News and Free Press supported Tudor Dixon.
I heard that.
Yeah.
There's some exceptions, yeah.
Okay.
But she didn't have the money.
Okay.
She had the wimpiest commercials. The Republicans have some of the wimpiest, watered down commercials that could scare a scared cat.
Here's the situation, Walter. When you go to battle, you have to prepare for it before you go. Tudor did not, I don't believe, James Craig was the front runner. There were belief that James Craig was going to be the one that was going to be nominated for the Republican Party. When that fell through with the petition initiative that they got hoodwinked on with their petitions, then they decided to support Tudor. There was not enough time or support to put together a viable campaign. But when you decide that you are going to go and run for an elected office, you got to put money together. You cannot believe that out of the win that people are automatically just going to like you. The supporters that the Governor Whitmer had were people that were on deck. They were people who she had looked to previously. But then with this new issue with the right to life, the right to choose, the legislation, that bolsters her so far up, because then she got money from people she didn't even know. So that in turn helped her. But planning, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And that's what I can say about the
You know,
Republicans. If you're going to
you
run
know what's
for,
amazing about what you said?
wait a minute, if you're going to run for elected office, start getting your twos and fews together now so that you have what we call soft money or commitments by people that say, we coming in with 10 million. But anything less than 10 million, you might as well stay home.
Hey, Vonda, guess what? You know the guy predicted? His name is Charlie Kirk, a national freight conservative talk show guy. You know, he forewarned the Republicans. And I'm not the one who counts the chickens before he hatch. I'm about, oh man, it's going to be a sweeping red wave. We got it, y'all. It's wrapped up. I never say nothing to the end. And you know what? He was proven right. He said at the end, there will be a sleeper cell voter. A sleeper cell, when you hear sleeper cell, you think about terrorism, people hiding in their houses, and they're undetected in their houses, planning to blow us up. And people usually think about Islamics, not this time. You know, Muslims, they think about Muslims. No, we had that last minute sleeper cell, which I believe that he's telling the truth, were the college students. They came out at the last minute to vote to make sure that they continue to kill their babies because they want to fornicate and adulterate and don't want to suffer the consequences of having a baby from their lust, out of their lust. And it's just basically sin anyway, sex before marriage is sin. But anyway, that sleeper cell showed up at the last minute, and that's, Republicans never factor that into when they're running to try to reach out to the college students in a real simple, way, where they can be understood and say that we're better, our policies are better for you. But you know what? To me, it's like a slap in the face of our country that people will actually vote for the right to continue to murder their babies over how they suffered with Joe Biden's terrible economy, the gas prices, everything is up so high. Eggs is up over 300%, like at Aldi's and Walmart, over 300% higher when Joe Biden took place. And yes, he's lying about, he said gas prices are $5 when he took office. The man has never told the truth on anything. But yet people go out there and vote for these social issues, and they in turn damn and doom themselves because they prefer killing babies over their pockets. That is insanity. So I'll rephrase something here, and I got to get out of here. It ain't the politicians that are the most wickedest, evilest, stupidest people. It's the voters, the uninformed, the useful idiots, and the slanderous, because they buy into these commercials and thereby break one of the commandments, which means do not bear false witness against your neighbor. And by the way, God will hold them accountable. The most wicked people to me, the most evil people are the voters.
Okay. Thank you, Walter. So anyway, listen, we got a couple more minutes. So obviously tonight I'm going to talk about Single and Satisfied. But let me share something with you that has gotten over 5 million views. I don't know why, but let's go. Wreck your home. So many times women want to find out, well, who's he talking to? What's he doing? Work with your children. Make your home a pleasant place for you to be and for your children to be. Women, ladies, don't let that phone wreck your home. So many times women want to find out, well, who's he talking to? What's he doing? Listen, if a man is a good provider and a good father, stop worrying about what he is doing. As my father once said, that if you go looking for trouble, you're going to find it. And then what you're going to do when you get a hold of it, take that extra time that you want to snoop and invest it in yourself. Go work out. Work with your children. Make your home a pleasant place for you to be and for your children to be. Listen, you cannot miss what you cannot measure. Stop going to look for trouble, because what you're going to do is you're going to give the keys to your kingdom to the outside woman. Let that cleanup woman stay out there. That's her job, to clean up the leftovers. But remember, what's on this phone can wreck your home. The choice is yours. Leave it alone. Well, wow. I was accused of encouraging men to have sex outside their relationship, to promoting women, you know, allowing their men to cheat. What that basically was this: we are talking about politics. And what do we say of politics? It's a cost benefit analysis. Stop putting so much weight on something that is important but is not significant. Listen, many times no woman wants her man to go outside of the bounds of their relationship. But you knew when you got that man that he was a cheater. You thought because you going to have a baby by him, or you got that good, or you was pretty, that somehow your man was not going to cheat. It may have stopped him for a minute. Now, for some reason, you marry him, you got kids by him, which you knew he was a cheater off rip. And now you're like, oh my God, she's giving bad information. You got to grow up. Obviously, you should have got rid of him, a cheater in the beginning. That's a man or woman. Get rid of him in a minute. Ask the question, can you be loyal? Once you catch him first time cheating, let him go. I'm going to look the other way. I'm just going to pray that God change him. God don't change nobody that don't want to change themselves. So if that person want to be out here sleeping around, doing everything that they want to with these ladies or whatever, they going to do that. You should have got rid of them off rip. You're going to have a baby by. Who's going to buy a house, have a big wedding, and he going to stop. And he hasn't. And now you frustrated and don't know what to do. And now you're saying, why did she say that? Well, when we come back from the commercial break, I'm going to talk about being in a relationship with a cheater, what you can do and what you can't do. We'll be back. So anyway, as I was saying, and we're going to be talking about that in a minute because I know y'all love talking about the relationship hour. But you got to make different choices. You know, in your life, I remember as a young woman, you know, I wanted a certain kind of a guy that I wanted to date. You know, tall, handsome, curly hair. You know, one I wanted with an afro like Michael Jackson. But as I began to get in my 20s and 30s, I realized that I needed to get in a relationship that was going to be based more on financial stability than on looks. However, the problem that I neglected because I was young was to look at the values of that person. Do we have the same values? And what I mean to you is that many men do not feel that going outside of a relationship is significant. They feel like I mean, come on, women make more, you know, blow that out of proportion. Whereas women, to them, that is a deal breaker. So the issue then becomes, do you see the cup half empty or do you see the cup half full? Some things are deal breakers. They're the foundation of your relationship. If you're dealing with a person who they're going to cheat, they're going to always have a woman, okay, until it stop working, and then they still going to have one. And you are a woman who believes in monogamy. Y'all shouldn't be together off rip because the foundational uh, attributes are different. They're different. You got one foundation that's up here and one foundation down here. That's crooked. They have to be. This is something that's critical. We don't talk about that in dating. We don't. If you know that they a cheater when they dating, you know they gonna cheat when you marry them. Then they got you locked in. They got you with the kids. Oh, they damn sure gonna cheat then. And so now you find yourself in a situation where, wow, I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't. For you ladies that are dating, you got to ask these questions. Can you commit to a relationship? Will you be loyal? And if that is something that is a deal breaker, that is not a person that you can be with as a life as your husband. You just can't. But what happens when you, like me, were more concerned about other things than that? And now you're married. You're married to this person. We're back. You're married to this person. You knew he was a cheater. Now you got these kids, got a mortgage, and you love them. And you just at your wits' end. Well, let me tell you what you can't do. You can't go crazy. If you want to leave him, that's an option. It's going to hurt your children very badly because why? Children need two parents. You committed to making the child with him and you need to see it through. Now, if he's beating you or verbally abusive, you shouldn't be with him, okay? Point blank. But you knew he was a cheater off rip. Then just say, oh, I believe in monogamy, and then you get married and you start cheating. That doesn't happen. That person been a cheater. You always look the other way. He gonna outgrow it. Huh? You don't outgrow something like that. Now you in a situation you don't know what to do. The point of that video was this. Worry about what you can control. You can't control that man. That is a whole separate human being. You can control how you decorate your home, how you clean your house, how you take care of your children. Now, let me say this to you. When you decide many times, I'm going to get rid of that man, that's fine. That man will go and make a family with somebody else and forget about your family. Now you struggling. Now you struggling and you on rotation yourself with some bum, but you put your husband out on principle. But then you're laughing at your grandmama and your aunties and them. Uncle Chet always Uncle Willie used to always cheat on her, but she living in the mansion. She not worried about working. You working 3 or 4 jobs. She living swell and living good, okay? And guess what? Uncle Willie may or may not be cheating, but life is good. You got to make choices in life. And right now, it's a recession out here. And anybody that's going to help can help. Now, if it's too disrespectful, you got a woman call my house, and ain't nobody got time for that. But if that man, you got trackers on him, you got teddy bears in a car, you got recorders, baby, all you going to do is give yourself a heart attack or stroke because the man going to keep on doing it. You got to focus on what you can control. The only thing I can control is me. How I raise my children, how I keep my house. I can't worry about that. That's between him and God. And that's something that he going to have to deal with. But in the meantime, in between time, stop getting all, look at our Sarah. She's so stupid. Uncle Willie he did all of this. That's old school way. But she not wanting for nothing. She got cars. Listen, you ain't got that problem because you put him out. You got other problems. You don't know how you're going to pay your mortgage. You need a babysitter. You trying to date. Man don't want no kids. You don't went from in the frying pan, now you in the fire. Why? Because you made a choice based on emotion. I would love to say that women get out of a cheating relationship and they get with a man that's monogamous. That don't happen. You go on rotation with them bums that you done met at the club. Them bums at the club, they got you on rotation, but you get so desperate, you want a man that you submit to rotation. But when your husband did it, oh, you're gotta go. You are a bum. Oh my God. But now you on rotation with the one that you met up at the club. They got the bold credit and want you to make him an authorized user on your American Express. You go from bad to worse. I can count on my hand the women who have left a cheating husband and they're doing better. They're not. They're not seeing their children. They're not paying for their kids. They're in a worse financial situation. and you on rotation. Okay? So what you done got? Listen, I'm not saying sanction it. I'm saying you can't worry about it. I cannot worry if it's snow outside because I'm going to do what I got to do irrespective. I want to go get my nails done. I'm going to go irrespective. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. Okay? Point blank. I can't worry about it. When I go outside, I say it's snow. I have a choice. Go where I need to go or not. Stop worrying about things you can't control. You cannot control what somebody do. But what you can control is how you allow it to affect you and your psyche. You up here got anxiety pills, trying to got the tracker on his car, got the detection thing where you know where he is a track. Come on, sis. No. But what's the alternative? Get your life right so that if you gotta say, Daddy, you gotta go, you can make a lateral move when your children are old enough to deal with it. As I said before, I can count on one hand the number of people who had come before me in my 22 years that were convicted of or charged with a felony that came out of a two-parent household. You didn't see it. But you had the mothers who trying to work 2 and 3 jobs, okay, and their youngins out there committing crime. We saw that. A lot of the divorce is not as happy as most people think. You live across the street from me and I live across the street from you and we just bake cookies in it. It's not like that. And a lot of times what happens is those men leave them kids alone and they start a new family. So listen, we're going to talk about that tonight some more about what to do when you're dating a cheater. That's going to be on tonight on Single and Satisfied, which will be on Facebook, which will be on YouTube, which will be on Instagram, as well as that's it. So until we see each other again, mask up. Remember, COVID numbers are going up. Be safe. I love you, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.